Now, here's the question. Um, obviously, everybody's thinking, oh, well, now we'll get the Hardy Boys reunited. Seriously, do you think? I know that everybody is, wanting that to happen, and I'm not saying it'd be a bad thing, but right now it would be ridiculous. Even Tony Khan has to realize that, yes, short term it would be a huge pop. But if you don't address the problem that he just had before, is he going to have it in another place? Is it just because it would be a lower pressure environment? Sometimes a lower pressure environment brings out bad habits instead of hindering them. Or would it be a low pressure environment that he would be happier in and therefore these things wouldn't happen? But the point is, you got to think twice, because now you're taking a chance. If immediately, whenever it was possible for him to, he was to hop over to AEW, and any of the things that we just mentioned happened there, then they would look like complete fucking idiots. And the thing is, guys that would have this problem in the past, they've gone back after some period of reflection or rehabilitation or just trying to get their shit together in whatever manner. They start back with independence or a small promotion or whatever, because those promotions, the benefit outweighs the risk. If something happens, even, 10 years ago with Ring of Honor, if something happened with such and such guy that came in, well, all the publicity, if it was a star, would have been on the individual and not necessarily on Ring of Honor, because it wasn't a story. It wasn't a major mainstream promotion that everybody in the world would know, like WWE. And now, honestly, at least in this country, like AEW, it wouldn't be such and such wrestler has incident of whatever type while wrestling at an independent event in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It would be while wrestling on the Turner Network television wrestling program. So, yes, I'm sure the AEW fans would love to see Jeff Hardy there, and they'd pop for him, and especially short term, it would be a boost. But there's potential liabilities as well. There's cons as well as the pros. And one of them is, should Jeff take the time to do whatever he needs to do for this not to happen again before he worries about where else he's going to wrestle? Because I've refused to believe that either one of these young men are hurting for money at this point with their employment history, and the fact that they don't live in Los Angeles. They live in Cameron, North Carolina, and they've got one beautiful looking places, which you can get in Cameron, North Carolina, without having to be a multi-million-dollar movie star. But I don't think he needs to work right now. That's just my assumption of things.
Well, also, AEW has to be careful. You don't want to establish yourself as a place that just accepts anyone, even if they're a big star, who leaves WWE for those reasons. Because that's a slippery slope, too. Because Jeff Hardy's not the only guy there who may overindulge. And you got to be careful with that, too.
And let's remember, it was the Turner Network television system that basically effectively retired Tully Blanchard in the prime of his career, because they would not take him coming from the WWF in 1989 when he had flunked a drug test, wasn't impaired at work, didn't hurt anybody or cause an incident, flunked a drug test. They reneged their contract offer and didn't hire him, and he never wrestled major league full-time again. And that's the same company that would now be expected to feature Jeff Hardy or anybody else in this position on their national cable television program. So I know it's different people working there, but same situation. So,
but Tony Khan's certainly going to be hearing from people in his company saying you should bring in Jeff. We could do something with Jeff. We could do the Hardy Boys. We could do Hardy Boys Young Bucks. I mean, there's so many different things, and there's going to be different people pitching it, and maybe the time will be right in the future, but I think he's got to... I mean, we're assuming he legitimately has an issue, because why else would all this be happening? He's got to get himself healthy first. And rehab may or may not be the answer, but he's got to take care of himself, and then you could worry about bringing him... Because, you know, you can't just bring a Jeff Hardy into a company. He's a big star. You got to be careful with this.
Yeah, you can't just bring him in and hide him, or let's see how he does. It's got to be all or nothing. But Tony, I'll give you some advice. I know a bunch of people, and this is about anybody, not just Jeff. This is a bunch of people who mean well will always tell you, "Oh, Tony, things will be different if just such and such and such and such." Just remember, Tony, nobody in the world, no human being on the planet is immune from disappointing you and letting you down. You're going to find that out as you become older and wiser. But you know what you do when you're old and wise, Brian Last?
No. What do you do?
You get up in the morning and you have a good, quality, healthy breakfast to start off the day.
That sounds about right.
And that's why we are praising to the heavens our friends at Magic Spoon. And folks, I mentioned this, I think, a show or two ago, and Brian corrected me. You don't have to crush this stuff up and snort it. No, you do not.
No, we suggest you do not do that. We suggest you put it in a bowl and you use a spoon or perhaps nibble on it throughout the day.
We just want to clarify that. But this stuff will make you feel great all day because it's not trashy garbage food. It's not sugar and carbs and junk. No, it is not. You don't have to drink those protein shakes and all that protein powder that you have to mix up and it's like sludge and concrete dust. No, you don't. You eat the Magic Spoon and it's like the cereal that you loved when you were a kid, but at the same time, it gives you the healthy ingredients you need now that you're an adult on the verge of death. 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. There's only 140 calories a serving, so what the fuck? Go crazy, have 2 servings. What's that, 280 calories? Psh, you can sweat that off taking a shit. And you will shit well, my friends, because this stuff is keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, and low-carb. There's nothing in there to stop up your plumbing. Your septic tank will be running right as rain. Folks, they've got all the flavors that you love, and you can build your own custom bundle at magicspoon.com/Jim. Whether it be the cocoa, the fruity, the frosted, the peanut butter, the blueberry, the cinnamon, the cookies and cream, or the maple waffle. That's good stuff. And when you go to magicspoon.com/Jim and get your custom bundle and try it today, if not tomorrow, if you're busy today, we'll accept tomorrow. Use the promo code Jim at checkout and save $5 off your order. They've got the 100% happiness guarantee. So if you eat a bowl of this and you're not 100% happy for the rest of your life, they'll give you your money back. Or that's just with the cereal. You can still be miserable about something else, but they make you happy with the cereal. That's the 100% happiness guarantee, folks. Get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal. That's right. It's like you've committed any number of crimes and you don't care. You're guilt-free when you eat this stuff. Magicspoon.com/Jim. Use the code Jim to save $5 off at checkout. Guilt-free. Just go out, kick an old lady, key somebody's car.
No, stop it.
Knock over the bank, and then eat a bowl of this cereal. You will have no guilt.
Don't do any of those things except eat this delicious cereal, which is guilt-free and delicious.
But I thought if you eat this cereal, it'll get rid of all your guilt.
No.
No?
No.
But you won't feel guilty about eating the cereal.
That's correct.
But if you've done something to feel guilty about, then you
should go to prison.
So do not commit crimes and then eat this cereal, folks. Eat the cereal and then commit the crime.
Although criminals are welcome to buy Magic Spoon as well and eat it and enjoy the nutritious benefits.
But only if they're allowed to have it in whatever prison that they're in.
Well, I'm saying criminals in or outside.
So you're talking about unprosecuted criminals that have just committed crimes with impunity and have not been punished.
I'm saying criminals far and wide.
You're trying to sell our sponsor's cereal to madmen running around amok out on the streets that have not been brought to justice for their crimes? MagicSpoon.com/Jim?
Well, maybe it's not madmen on the streets. Maybe it's, a guy in a suit on Wall Street. I mean, you don't know. There's all sorts of different criminals out there. But try this cereal whether you're a criminal or not.
I have it on good authority that the gangsters that planted Jimmy Hoffa underneath the Meadowlands ate Magic Spoon for breakfast. Did you know that?
We do not know that, and I'm pretty sure that, in fact, is not a fact because we do not know who killed Jimmy Hoffa. So, no.
Well, we're back to there, but we deal in alternate facts here.
But Magic Spoon is good in reality right here in the real world for all of you listening right now.
MagicSpoon.com/Jim. Save $5